Start. Go. Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Pseudo's Crochet and More. This is your host Crystal. Today is another part to the walkthrough of the yarn seasons located in Hardy, Virginia. Today we'll be going over what she has to offer in the DK weight and the sport or 2 weights. So I'm just doing like I did with the worsted. I'm just going over to show you what's, the different colors, and then I'll show you what brand is in those on those shelves. So just to let you know that this store used to be called Crooked Stitch. So if you're familiar with that store, they have had 3 different locations. They were in Rocky Mount, Virginia for a little while, and they were in a building across from where they're currently at in Hardy, Virginia. When the lady took over 3 years ago, she decided that she wanted to change the name, so it is now called Yarn Seasons. So if we're familiar with the Crooked Stitch, it's the same shop, it's just changed names. All right, so let's get into it here. I hope everybody's doing wonderful this day. This video is being recorded on April 2nd, Sunday, and it will be out when you're seeing it today. The day should be April 4th, Tuesday. And you can see that she's marked out some of the prices and redid them. Some of them have changed and some of them have not. So this is going to be just like the remix worsted, only in a DK weight or 3 weight. I think her main yarn companies that she has at this store is Barocco and Kramer Yarns, as well as the Brown Sheep company too. Now she does have one yarn company that specifically makes dyes yarn for her shop. She doesn't sell it anywhere else, and you will see that in it should be tomorrow's video. And Haiku, I've never heard of that company. Is it related to the Addy company? If you know, please let me know in the description box below. Here I was trying to get the label. So she had a table set up on this little corner. I'm guessing so if you want to, crochet or sit down, knit, whatever your craft may be. And this one was hanging on itself. So I was trying to fix that, and that's why the screen went black there. No technical difficulties, it's just me. I think I set my phone down to rehang the yarn because it untangled itself. It wasn't tangled, it was unwrapped. And then again, I did it again. I think I was going to put it back on the shelf and it unraveled again. And there's my shoes. Woohoo! Sorry if I'm making anybody dizzy with how my phone is going all over the place right now. So that was rosin, but that is not what was actually there. That was the remix. I don't know where the rosin was at. Oh, maybe this was rosin. Okay, I take that back. That was rosin. There were some tags that were not actually what was on that shelf, so just don't mind me here. I should have gotten some of this yarn, and I forgot to go back to get it. But they'll probably be going back out that way because there was a store my husband stopped at and in the area, that he said we would be back to in a couple weeks. So I might pop back in here and get some of that rosin, because that was an interesting mix. It was wool and I do believe silk. It was a different blend than I'm used to, so. And I love being able to branch my, horizons with different yarns and different fibers and being able to test them and giving you guys my honest opinion about them as well. Simplicity. I want to say that was very close to the fiber contents that the 4-weight was. See, suggested needle, Addy Turbo. So is that the Addy machine? If you know what that means, please let me know in the description, in the comment section below. I'm getting tongue-tied here. Because that was on the other haiku that was in the worsted section from yesterday's video. Because it gives knitting needles, but then it doesn't, it suggests the Addy Turbo. So is that a set of knitting needles, or is that the machine, like a Centro, the Addy machine that you can whip up scarves and hats with? And she did have some Malabrigo, not a whole lot of Malabrigo, but that's okay. She's gonna get what she feels that will sell in her store, and that's quite all right. Like I mentioned yesterday in the video, that she does have regulars. There was a lady in there spinning yarn with her own spinning wheel. She was actually spinning yarn, and it's something smaller. I don't know how she was doing it, but she was. And then she was surprised that I had stuff to check out with, because she didn't think I was going to buy anything after doing a video. I was in the store for 2 hours videoing. Now, that's not going to equate to 2 hours for you guys to watch these videos, but yeah, it took me 2 hours because I kept missing things. She had things like here and there, and I still think I missed some stuff. So, do apologize if I missed anything. She is online, and I will put her link in the description box below, as well as yesterday's video. So if you haven't seen the worsted section, you can definitely check that out. And the blanket that you see behind this the background, that is actually a blanket that I made for my sister. It wound up being so big, so big, that I had to fold it up like that just to be able to take a picture of it. It probably fit a queen size bed. I don't know. I didn't test it on my bed at the time, but and like I said, she's got a nice selection of different yarns that I haven't seen other places, like Kramer Yarns. This is the first location that I've seen Kramer Yarns at. So that was nice. I've heard about the company from Bag O' Day, because I know she does get some yarns from them from time to time. I think she gets the stuff you can the wool that you can dye. And that's Lagoon. That was a lot of pretty colors. A lot of pretty colors over here. Now these two were not the same yarns. This was 100% alpaca. It was 275 yards, I do believe. I think I try to get there we go, yeah. 100 grams, Cafe au Latte, I don't know, DK. It was a pretty color. Every time I saw a nice brown or copper color, you know who I was thinking about. Bag O' Day. It's kind of weird that I would reference those colors to her, but that's just what happens. And then the other one did not really state who made it or anything. So I'm guessing these might be, and I should have asked, oh no, that was Spin Foolish. Spin Foolish. I'll have to look them up and see about that company. All right, let's go ahead and get on to the next section, this 2-weight or sport weight or however you want to call it. And she does carry Madeline Tosh. Unfortunately, the Madeline Toshes that she had were too thin for me to use, so I did not get any. I would love to try her yarn. And I picked that up because when I first took the video, the way the light was hitting that, it looked blue. So I'm like, let me pull this out so you guys can actually see the true color of it being gray. And this is one of those sections I was talking about, how the tag may not be where the actual yarn is at. And you'll see that here in a second. I do come back and get another video of those buttons at the bottom. Alright, so see Tosh Sport Mad Tosh, 100% superwash merino wool. It's a 2 fine, or sport weight I do believe is also called, sport weights can also be a 2 as well. Some classify it as a 3. I did have the labels upside down quite a bit. And she had a very nice store. She's got like 3 couches that are set up when you walk in, some chairs, the table, there's a couple tables. And those were all the same. And then this one here was different. This was the Rainbow Beach, 100% wool. It's not super wash. So if you're ever in the Hardy, Virginia area, or you don't live that far from it, go ahead and check out Yarn Seasons. She is getting more yarn at the end, towards the end of this month, April, by the company, the dyer they're actually out of Spokane, Washington, if I'm not mistaken, but you'll see that should be in tomorrow's video. There's those browns mixed in. 100% wool. And I didn't think her pricing was too bad, even though some of them she had to go up a little bit on. Still not too bad. Because if you were to go to some other places, and I know if you do drive, it would cost you the gas, but it's either the gas or shipping. And I was counting while I was holding my phone to make sure I was up there long enough. So a part of me, if it's on there too long, you can skip ahead a little bit, or you can speed up the video, whichever you prefer. I'm not going to really state much because I did kind of leave this information up on the screen for a little bit. Now, if I think that there was a couple that I might say something on, I'll let you know. Oh, and I would have loved to have gotten to one of these. Fiber Nature Cobblestone, $33. And I do believe this is one of them that Premier Yarns has discontinued. She had a couple from Universal Yarns, which is also Premier Yarns. It's just the higher end of Premier. Because I want to say that these were actually, some of them I think they're relabeling as Premier Yarns to be more cost effective. because you'll see in another video later on, uh, another Universal Yarns that I do believe was relabeled as another yarn for Premier Yarns. It seems like they're dwindling down on their Universal. I don't think they have any Nicole Stitch Studio by Nicole anymore. I think all of those have already been transferred over to just Premier labeling, but I could be wrong. Cinnamon Stitches, if you watch this video, let me know, because I know you love Premier Yarns, and so do I. I just wish they were readily available locally. Somebody should open up a Premier Yarn store. But then again, I don't know how that would work because of the changes that they've made recently. And this was pretty. I think I've seen this company at another local yarn store closer to me. So, but if I do go back to this store when my husband decides to go back to his store, I will stop in here and see if there's anything new and let you guys know, and pick up some other stuff to try out or to get more of what I've already purchased to make a bigger project. And she did have a lot of Marisol as well. In the, the 3 and 2/8. This is the 2/8 section here, so it's interesting that that's a wool, silk, and viscose blend. A lot of pretty colors. A lot of pretty colors. Now tomorrow will be the number 1 or lace weight yarns. And then I do believe Thursday will be the notions and tools that she has. That one might be a little bit longer because, like I said, I was looking and then I saw that I missed something, so I went back and took another video. I was trying to make sure that everything was together so I could do just, short videos for you guys. But that one might be a little bit longer. I don't know. We'll see. And I don't know what this Donata, I think that's another one of the Universal yarns. Yes, it is. The Fiber Natra Danina. It's an Italian merino, if I'm not mistaken. Extra fine merino wool superwash. I don't know if I like donuts either. Donuts are a little tricky as well with trying to get the yarn to pull right. Alright, well that is it for today's videos. I hope you enjoyed them. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. It really does help my channel, or the channel. I'm not going to say it's just mine because you guys are a part of it as well. And if you like my content, please go ahead and hit that subscribe and the notification bell so you're always alerted when I put out new content. All right, everyone. Well, I hope you all stay safe and stay crafty. And until next time, have a good one.